a matter of fact, I have a little poem. Can I read
Okay,
the poem
sure.
to you?
Please.
Okay, this is a couple of lines. It reads, after slumbering through the night, eyes closed like tightly furled flower petals, I awaken in the morning, my beautiful dreams blossoming like heavenly blue morning glories in all their splendor.
You wrote that?
Yes, I did. So that's where the title comes from. Dreams like blue morning glories.
Who's on the cover?
Oh, okay. This is my mother.
Okay.
My mother is 10 years old here. My mother was a pianist and a harpist. And this is her sister. She is 8 years old.
Okay.
And she is a violinist. And they're coming out of one of their musical recitals. And the book is not about them. It's about their mother. I happen to like the picture, and I'm the author.
Yes, so
I
you
can
get to and that's what self-publishing does. I can do it. You say it's not right, I don't care. This is what I want. This is what I want. And you know, I'm doing some things with some other writers, and one of the things that, as an editor, as a copy editor, that I have had to learn is we say things differently. We may mean the same things, but we say them differently. And I have to move myself out of the way and allow that writer to say the thing he or she wants to say the way they want to say it, but just make it grammatically or at least technically acceptable or right. You know, we have colloquialisms, we have things that we like to say that come out of our background, and I would, you know, maybe sometimes I would make the suggestion, well, this is the proper English. Well, that's not what I want to say. I don't want to say it. I want to say it this way. And learning to accept that and support that,
Yes.
you know, and we talked a little bit earlier about editing, but I think that's the role of the editor, to let the writer's, the author's voice comes through. That's the key.
So
Move myself as the editor out of the way and let that person's voice come through.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge.
It is a challenge, you know, because if it's something though that you really, if it's a story that you are really enjoying, you know, it becomes part of your heart.
Yeah.
And you want to speak from the heart, and you think, oh, it should be this way, but you have to, you know, to be wise enough, you know, to step back. Okay? So I congratulate you.
Yeah. It's a challenge. It's a challenge because I can get very adamant. Now, and the last thing is the pictures, and you had mentioned these earlier, but the pictures in the book, wonderful, wonderful history. This can become, just from the pictures, a keepsake. And your grandmother was actually in the crisis.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the pictures that are in here.
I definitely wanted some pictures in my book. I didn't have any, so I had contacted some other family members. One of my family members has most of the pictures, and I said, well, I want a picture of, I'll take them to my cousin. I want a picture of say, grandmother, of grandmama. I want a picture of so and so and so and so. And she says, yes. She says, I have them. And I said, well, send them to me. And she says, no. She was shocked. She says, I'm not going to send those pictures all the way up to Rochester.
Right. You can understand that, though. I mean, once a picture gets away from you,
so
it's gone.
I almost signed my life away. I said, I'll be very, very careful. And she says, no. So she says, you come down. So one of the trips, when I was in New York, we got together, and I said, okay, well, I'll take this picture. And she says, I will go with you. So we went to the, where do you go? To the printer, to get copies of the pictures that I had selected. And in transit, one of the pictures cracked, the picture of my great-grandfather.
This one here?
They call him Papa. You see,
one here?
yes, you see, it's so old. So, and that's what she was afraid of also. So in transit, even though she...
So this was glass? This picture here is glass? How did it crack?
Old. I mean, it's just, it was just a photograph.
Okay.
A photograph, and just old. So that's that's Mariella's papa. She the one,
Her grandfather. Her father.
Her father.
Her father. Yep.
Her father.
Yep.
Yeah, my great grandfather. and this is Mary Ella
Mm-hmm.
at that time, and this is Mary Ella modeling her hats. And the other picture, this is what I love.
Mm-hmm. Those men.
Yes, this is Mary Ella's, well, they all grown up now. This is Mary Ella's mother, and her name was Elijah. Mary Ella's mother, and a couple of her siblings, and they were all born into slavery. And slavery ended when Elijah was 6 years old.
Okay.
And the story is that her job as a 6-year-old slave was to pick up pecans from the Georgia fields, with her plantation, and that was her job. But I love this picture because some of them shows so much character.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them show that life was not so easy,
Mm-hmm.
and it bears the toils that they had to overcome. I love those.
So your family was an intact family during slavery, or
Yes, they lived, but during slavery. Yes, they were intact. I don't have a whole lot of information. I remember one point when Roots came out many years ago, and we as African Americans were trying to to get information about our families. Some of my family members kind of nixed it. Well, why would you want to talk about what went on then? And some of them might have had a little bit of information that they didn't want to share it. I think the thinking was, we don't want you to feel bad about your roots. We want you to stay positive, like look what's happening here, you're getting the education and everything. But I think, my take is, we need to go back.
yes.
We need to go back and to see how our family members survived and what they did. And we need to draw from that. We need to tell our children, our generation, we have a responsibility to talk to our children about.
Yeah.
And I would otherwise. Well,
You preaching to the choir now, sister.
Oh, I think I have a couple of quotes I have a couple of quotes that were very, very meaningful to me.
Well, let's do that. You do the quotes, and we'll end on that.
Okay.
Because again, I really appreciate you sharing, the book with me and the book with the world, really.
I'm sorry, just interrupt me. I'm getting so excited. Well, teacher, I just welcome this opportunity, and I just thank you tremendously. I just love talking about family, and I want our children out there, to pick the brains of their family members so that they can learn, because they can't move on. What is it, Sankofa? With the bird. I'm interviewing you.
Well, basically, Sankofa means to look back and fetch it. Meaning look into your past, look into your history, and bring forth those things which will give you a foundation and support so that you can move forward.
Okay, and this is one of the quotes, by Robert Heinlein. A generation that ignores history has no past, no future.
Sure.
I like that one, and there's another one that I quote for them, but I like this about our responsibilities too. Generational continuity is the core of the family unit. Elders responsible for passing on the traditions, wisdom, legends, and family history to younger generations keep the culture alive, connected, vibrant, and vivid.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing some time with me today. And again, this is the Conversation Corner, and my guest today, Ms. Jill Fortune.
Thank you so much.